WBUZ HD4 Laverne. Live from the Eurostone Studios.
93.3 Totally Hits, Totally Nashville.
Totally Woody and Jim.
We are your new home for Woody and Jim.
Oh my God! Yes!
93.3 FM. Totally Hits, Totally Nashville.
No, are they hearing it?
No. You hearing it?
Yes.
We're talking Lady Raider basketball, live from the Boulevard Bar and Grille. It's Rick Insell live. 1 hour of women's basketball conversation featuring the head coach of the Middle Tennessee Lady Raiders. Be part of the show by dropping us your questions or comments to blueraidernet@gmail.com. Tonight's show is presented by Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Bud Light,
Hey, Chip,
it's for the fans.
can they hear it?
And Ascension St. Thomas, the official hospital partner of MTSU. Now, with Coach Rick Insell, here's the voice of the Lady Raiders, Joe Fisher.
Coming up.
Oh, what a great pleasure to be with you from the Boulevard Bar and Grill. Let's hear it. Big crowd on hand tonight. We're talking Middle Tennessee basketball for the next 2 hours. Women this hour, the men the next hour. Looking forward to it as always on a Monday night here at the Boulevard Bar and Grill. Great food. You need to come out and join us. Have a great time and visit with us here as we get set to talk about Middle Tennessee basketball. Coming off a pretty darn good week.
Yep.
That's right. And Rick Insell with me here. And you know, you win 2 at home. You win 2 conference games in Conference USA and roll over FIU by a score of 69-38. And then Liberty comes in, and Liberty, number 2 seed, you know, right there, and really dealt with them easily and won that game 69-41. Really 2 outstanding games.
You know, when I got home Saturday night, Deb said, "God, y'all, couldn't you let up on them a little bit?" And I looked at her and I said, "No." I would have put some more points on them if I could.
She wanted you to let up on them?
That's what she said.
Oh, my goodness.
Probably what she was meaning, play some more players.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about that. Let's go back even to the first game, and we're glad to have you with us. FIU comes in. I thought they had an outstanding game plan. I really did. I thought they tried to do some really good things defensively, but you played so well against their sets.
Well, I think we wore them down, Joe. Early on, they really pushed us out of our offenses, and we were a little bit negative on our offenses. We couldn't get into what we wanted to do, and when we did get into it, we were out of sync. We didn't have any chemistry. But you go back to the other end, we just played great defense. Now, I'm going to tell you, the last 2 games, we held them to 39, we held Liberty to 41, and all the credit, you know, the girls did great. I really, really was proud of our basketball team. But I was just as proud of our coaching staff. I thought Matt, Tom, Nina, Kim, Courtney, I'm telling you, they have been working. I mean, since we got back from New Jersey, that's all they've had on their minds, you know, was, hey, we got to get better. We got to do this. And I think some of our fan base that's in here tonight, they'll tell you they came to practice. Those practices were very intense. And you saw our walkthroughs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's very intense. And I think when we started the game, both games, we were ready to play.
Let's go back, because you come out of that game at Princeton, and you come back here, and it's kind of like you retooled, or you did something a little bit differently structure-wise to get this team where they are right now. What did you do? It's
conference play. You're 0-0. You know, the stats on the back, I talked to Jake tonight, I want him to throw it away. Because you can't compare our young ladies to these other programs that don't play anybody. We played Iowa State. We played Tennessee. We played Kansas State. We played Princeton. You can just come right down the line. Those teams don't. And so our stats are tougher to come by than when you play you cupcakes. And, you know, there were some of the teams in our close to us, within 90 miles, that had 3 non-Division I teams on there. schedule.
Yeah.
We haven't played a non-Division I team since I've been at Middle Tennessee State.
Right.
I didn't come over here to play high school teams. I came over here to play the best teams in Division I basketball. That's what we are. We're a Division I team.
Let's talk about that, because that's one of the things on my list. I'm so glad to have you with us. We're talking Middle Tennessee basketball tonight. You scheduled as tough as you can. I mean, you schedule at Tennessee. You said Kansas State, who's favored to win their conference.
I think it's got a chance to win a national championship if they play.
Iowa State, who's favored to be right behind them in that conference. Princeton, who's probably going to win the Ivy League again. You kind of run down that list. Cal Baptist is a darn good team, out in theirs.
I think they're picked to win that conference, them and Grand Canyon.
And Grand Canyon again. So why do you schedule that way?
Well, that's just the way that's our DNA. You come to Middle Tennessee, this is a special place to play whatever you play. Men's basketball, women's basketball, football, soccer, volleyball, you just come right down the line. Baseball, this is a special place. And, this program that we've got here, you not only get a great education, but you get a chance to play against some of the top programs in the country in every one of those programs there. And, we're just not going to schedule. Everybody we play has got a chance to beat us. And we're going out from game one trying to get into the NCAA, to get an NCAA at-large bid. And we've done that 3 or 4 times here. Now, sometimes we've needed it. Like last year, if we'd got beat, I think we were in.
Yeah.
Well, this morning, just to give you an example, we beat Liberty, I don't know, 31 points the other day? I think so. We jumped 12 slots in the net ranking. That's what gets you into the NCAA, the net ranking. Mm-hmm. So we bettered ourselves 12 slots. Well, if we can continue to do that, we're going to get back in the 40s and hopefully the 30s. So when the committee goes in, they start looking at the teams we played versus some of the other teams in our conference. They're not going to get in the NCAA tournament unless they win the tournament. Yeah. They got to go through us then. Yeah. So that's why we play that tough a schedule. And you can credit that to Matt. Before Matt, it was Tom Hodges, and now Matt's here. Matt takes care of the schedule. He goes through Chris on everything. And, sometimes I think Chris wants to get 1 or 2 more on that, but I think we had enough this year. We might have overloaded our bunch.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. That's true. But there are coaches, and Rick, we've talked about this. There are coaches that all they want to do is win, and they schedule wins, and it doesn't matter who they play.
Well, they're concerned about keeping their job. They're concerned about maybe getting another job. I'm not concerned about either one of those. I'm concerned about Middle Tennessee State University women's basketball, putting them where they need to be.
And you're scheduling and doing extremely well in that.
Well, again, you got to go back to our staff. I mean, I've said this over and over, and I know everybody gets tired of hearing it, but I don't care. This staff that I've got is the best in the country, bar none. We need to clap on that.
Yeah. We got a couple of distinguished people here tonight, right?
Oh, yeah. Dr. McPhee and Miss Liz.
There you go.
Oh, I'm telling you, they're everywhere with us. And they believe in us, and they believe in what we do.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. That means a lot, doesn't it?
I'm telling you. I remember the first time I got beat at FIU, and I went to the end of the bench. Dr. McPhee said, "What happened? Did you give up on the girls?" I said, "No, we wasn't going to win the game. We got to play in the tournament next week." I was down here looking at the dance team. And he looked at me and said, "We come back and played that same team a week later, we won by 30. So, but he was at the dressing room door that night, and I'm thinking, well, here I go. I'm gonna be going back to Shelbyville or somewhere to coach high school basketball. And he said, "Hey, you're going out to eat with us." So he took me with him and Paul Martin, and we went out to eat. And he said, "Hey, don't worry about it. It's going to get better."
How did you talk this guy into hiring you?
Well, you don't talk Dr. McPhee into anything.
I'm just saying.
It's just one of those things that we knew each other before I ever applied here. And, Denny Hastings and Mark Pirtle in general, they took a stand with me and talked to Dr. McPhee, and he gave me an interview. And Chris and him, they interviewed me, and that's what took place. I was able to sell him on what we could do. I felt like our attendance was not where it needed to be, and I felt like it could be better because in the state of Tennessee, people love women's basketball. High school girls basketball is big, and I couldn't understand why we couldn't have those same crowds here at Middle Tennessee. And then I felt like, you know, they were already successful. You had Larry Joe Emmons, you had Lewis Bivens, you had Stephanie Smith. You had some good coaches come through here, and they set the foundation for this program. But there was another level that we could take it to, and that's where we wanted to go. And, Stephanie Smith went to the NCAA tournament and won a game 2 years in a row before I got here. And then she left to go to Alabama, and that opened this place up. And my middle son, Kyle, kind of persuaded me I didn't know if I wanted to apply or not. And he said, you know, if you don't apply, then what you told us your whole life, you're a fake. Because you told us we could accomplish anything we wanted to do, and yet you want to coach in college, you got a chance to go to Middle Tennessee. So really, truly, if you don't apply, you're a fake. So at that point, I went and applied, and of course, like I said, I knew Dr. McPhee, and you know, our relationship has been great from day one. Now, does that mean I get everything? Absolutely not. Does that mean I get chewed out? That's right, I do. But that's what a boss is supposed to do. And Chris and Dr. McPhee keep me in the trace change, especially. Not as much now as it used to. When I was younger, back 10 years ago, I might have been a little tougher to stay there. I don't know. But I love what I do. I love this university. I love our fan base. I love our basketball team.
Dr. McPhee chews you out?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just about anybody in here that's anybody, they have to go through the president's office every now and then.
That's right. That's right. Hey, we're glad you're with us. We're talking.
Miss Liz will chew you out too. But
oh, there you go.
Not as much.
That's right. Not as much. That's right. We're glad you're with us. We're talking Middle Tennessee basketball tonight, and we're glad that we are live just across from the campus at the Boulevard Bar and Grill, our favorite sports bar and grill in Murfreesboro. We'll take a break. Back with more in a moment. This is Lady Raider basketball.
I've had my eye on this sports car for a while. It's not a must-have, more like a would-be nice to have.
We all have things we hope to get someday. With great auto loan rates from Ascent, we're here to help make your someday soon.
Well, guess what? I'm about to be very nice to myself. Call me Mr. Nice Guy.
Ascent Federal Credit Union. Apply online today.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm is here to help you select the right protection at the right price. Hello, I'm State Farm Agent Deb Insell, and I'll make sure that you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm, it's easy to make the right choice. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
Tennessee.
Last 30.
takes great pride in supporting and treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes, providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, or muscles. TOA's team of orthopedic specialists can get you back in the game. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Injured? Visit one of our many ortho urgent cares, or to make an appointment, call 1-855-NEED-TOA or visit www.toa.com. TOA, the official team doctor for Blue Raider Athletics.
Coming up in 3, 2, 1.
And welcome back to the Boulevard Bar and Grill as we are here talking Middle Tennessee basketball tonight. Rick Insell live with me here courtside, if you will. Men are coming up in an hour. We'll talk about that as well. And boy, I tell you what, we're coming off a win over Liberty, Coach, and I want to talk about that one a little bit because, you know, Liberty rolls in. This is a team you beat 3 times last year, beat them in the regular season twice, beat them the tournament championship game. They come in here and literally just dominated from start to finish. Just talk about the performance in that game because I thought it was outstanding.
Well, they've got a good program, and you know, they're well coached. They've got some good players. And last year, that was a different team, a different year. And we had some success. And then we felt like we'd played a pretty tough schedule. Of course, you're going FIU, I think, showed people how really good they were. They went into Western. You don't go into Western and win.
Yeah.
And they went into Western Kentucky, Bowling Green, and beat them. After we had beat them 30-something points, 39 points, whatever it was. And, it kind of said what they were. So you go back to the defensive end. For 2 days, 3 days in a row, Matt, Tom, Kim, Nina, Courtney, all we worked on with our players. And I think you got 2 here tonight that'll tell you that. All we worked on, and we got several of our fan base here that was at practice, was our defense alignment, our rotations, trying to develop some chemistry, trying to develop some communication. And I think that showed against FIU. Mm-hmm. And then we bring it back in against Liberty. And I was really concerned because Liberty was they were not as aggressive as FIU, but some of their players had a better skill sets. Maybe not as much strength, but better skill sets. Uh-huh. And so it's a different type of defensive pressure you got to apply against them. And I was concerned about our players coming in and doing that, and they did an extremely good job, a really, really good job. From the get-go, we were flagging every lane. We were pressuring the ball sidelines, baseline. Nas was rebounding the heck out of the ball. Alina was rebounding the heck out of the ball. And that's what you do. That's what good teams do. You know, Pat Summit, I've told you this on the air the other day, has said it over and over and over, and Pat, close friend of mine and also one of the greatest coaches ever lived, said, defense, free throws, and rebounding is how you win championships. And you come back to that, you look at that game the other night, we scored 69 points. That's not a whole lot of points as good as we are offensively.
Right.
I would say that we could very well be averaging 90 points a game. But 69 points, and we still win with 30 points. So it comes right back to the defensive end. If you hold somebody in the 40s, you should be able to win some basketball games.
I thought it was interesting. Kyle Turner, my partner, we were talking in the broadcast, and you're talking about Nas, and he said there's a stat for blocked shots. There's not a stat for altered shots.
Yeah.
But she was a force in that game.
Well,
constantly.
She's been a pretty good defensive force all year. You know, they throw 2 and 3 at her on the offensive end every night. And we all get a little disgruntled sometimes and discouraged by some of the things that she does offensively. She hurries herself up, maybe forces a shot or two. Maybe she's got a drop step and she doesn't take it. But defensively, she's there. When they come in that lane, they've got to look for Nasia. I mean, she's going to block a shot or she's going to be in position. You're not going to be able to just lay it against the glass. And, when you've got that, that changes everybody's offensive game plan there. You know, you're not going to be able to just come in and shoot the ball as pretty as you want to shoot it. And Liberty had the same thing with their big kid. You know, when she blocked 2 or 3 of our shots. But what I was proud of with our players, they kept going in there. She blocked 2 or 3 shots. But you come into that third quarter, you saw Tamia go in and power the ball up. You saw Jalen Gregory go in and power the ball up. You saw Blakely Cab go in and power the ball up. We didn't quit attacking the basket. We kept attacking the basket. And if you do that, eventually they're going to break. And that's what I felt like happened. We were able to get the ball against the glass. I thought then Alina got a big-time rebound in there and was able to put it back up and in. And then Nas hit a couple of baskets early in the third quarter. So, you know, we just kept applying the pressure. Now, that is something that we hadn't been doing. And that's one of the things that Matt talked to him about before we came back out on the floor, is that we didn't need to come back out and let up. We need to come out and apply the pressure, just like we did in the first quarter.
You mentioned Alina a moment ago. She has had a couple of really, really good games back to back. And I think all of us have really enjoyed seeing that, because she had struggled a little bit early. She has played really well the last couple of games.
It's tough being a Blue Raider. It's not supposed to be easy. And she walked in here and she wants a championship ring, then you got to have championship practices and you got to have championship effort during the game. And now you see that taking place with her.
Yep.
She loves it. She loves being here. And that's what, you know, Dorsar came and said, hey, I wished I'd have been here for the last 4 or 5 years. Savannah Wheeler came and spent 2 years with her. If you call Savannah, I wished I'd have spent my whole career here. What we do, some people appreciate it and some don't, is we challenge our players every day to take that next step. Take that next step. You got one sitting in the crowd today, Tamia. This morning you would have thought we lost the game, because I was from the start of practice to the end of practice, I was telling her, we got to go there's another level. There's another level. I want you at that other level. And she's already great, but there's a chance for her to be one of the best players that's ever come through this conference. And it's my responsibility to try to get her there.
Looking forward to that. We're going to talk to her in just a few minutes, as a matter of fact.
She's a winner.
Yes, she is. You can accomplish your vision for your personal or business finances with First Vision Bank. With dedicated banking professionals, products to fit your goals, and advanced financial management tools, your vision is our mission. FVB.bank, FDIC, equal housing lender. We'll take a break. More with the coach coming up right after this.
Hey there, I've been hired by the Tennessee Lottery to celebrate every time there's a winner across the state. Truthfully, it's a little more work than I expected. I had no idea that Tennessee Lottery players win an average of $3.6 million every day. That's a whole lot of moolah. So play today for your chance to win big. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic is proud to be the official medical group of MTSU Athletics. We all win big when we work as a team for better health. Just like MTSU's athletes and coaches, our healthcare professionals work tirelessly to make our community proud. At MMC, we really are true blue. MTSU is our hometown team, and your health is our mission. Visit mmclinic.com or call us at 615-893-4480.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing. Update your information and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Plan ahead and plan for success. Put Lee Company on your team for all your facility and home maintenance needs. They are proud to be an official partner of the MTSU Blue Raiders and have serviced homes and businesses for 80 years. For the very best heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000. Visit them at leecompany.com or call 615-867-1000.
RJ Young is no longer just your office supplier. We are now helping you create the modern office. Our cutting-edge solutions cover security systems, business phones, managed IT, and AV technology for your organization. We've teamed up with world-class partners to save you more through building services, and our U.S.-based specialists are your personal coaches, making sure you always have the highest degree of personalization.
Coming up in 3, 2, 1.
Well, welcome back to the Boulevard Bar and Grill. Hey, we got a great crowd here. I'm telling you, it's a full house coming to talk Middle Tennessee basketball tonight. Hey, Raiders Rising is the official NIL collective for MTSU Athletics. Raiders Rising provides student athletes from all 17 varsity teams at MTSU opportunities to earn income based on their name, image, and likeness. Follow at Raiders Rising on X and RaidersRising.com for more information on upcoming events, how to donate, become a member, and more. Joe Fisher along with Coach Rick Insell as we get set to take on a road trip going to Kennesaw State, then Jacksonville State for games on Thursday and Saturday. Coach, the NIL, it's a new element. We're all learning to deal with it. It's something you have to deal with every day.
Well, I don't know if there is an expert on it, to be honest with you. It's a day-to-day thing. Luckily, we got Matt and Tom Hodges both. They do a day-to-day thing on what's going on with the NIL.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And then that's kind of their responsibility. And then Chris Massaro, they're in and out with him, so he knows what's going on. It's just something you got to deal with now. You've seen several coaches good coaches are getting out of the business now because of the portal and the NIL business. And, I'm kind of old school, and Matt and Tom stay on me all the time about the fact that I am old school, and I'm playing for Middle Tennessee across the chest.
Yeah.
I'm playing. That degree is going to take you a lot further than a lump sum of money that you get that could be gone. But we're going to be in that game. But still, I still think the importance needs to come with that degree. And when you get out, being able to have a career. And that's what we give you here at Middle Tennessee is we give you a chance to have a great career. And also, you get a chance to play a championship schedule, as you've already talked about.
Yep.
But, I'm fortunate that I've got two young guys that stay abreast of what's going on in that ever-changing world of the NIL. And then you got Chris Massaro sitting back there that knows, that stays abreast with them. And then Dr. McPhee had a meeting not long, maybe a month and a half ago, 2 months, just over that. How do we attack this? What are we going to do? It's not. We haven't got a president sitting up there on his hands. He knows that we got to take care of this. And he met with us, and later on he met with Nick, met with Coach Mason. I know he met with us three. So, to see what direction we're going in and how are we going to get this and what are we going to do, So just have somebody to point you in the direction you need to go in. And then you got, like I said, I got these two young guys back here that every day are involved in what's going on.
It's very interesting. I was with you in practices over the last couple of weeks, and you were trying to kind of impart to your team, you guys are defending champions. You are conference champions. You have done all these things. It's time to start acting like it, feeling like it, playing like it, and that's happened over the last week.
Well,
what keyed that, Rick?
I think, again, you're going back to wearing that MT on your chest, the schedule that we play. Not everybody plays the best teams in the country.
Right.
Now, we didn't win any this year we were leading
Kansas State.
And we didn't hit free throws, and we didn't rebound the basketball against Tennessee. I mean, there are so many things. You say ifs and buts, candy nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. But still, as a head coach, when I look down and I see, we could have been in those games. We could have been in on that Iowa State game. And then, Belmont just shot the ball extremely well, and Princeton shot the ball good. And, I wished I'd have took Eric Bruton with me up there. I think one or two of those officials was kin, or sisters, or brothers, or something to one of their assistant coach up there. But I should have took Eric with me to kind of
counter that.
All that, He'd have probably lost his job if he went with us and officiated the game. But, I'm not down on our basketball team. We've got 5 losses, but we're not dead. Nobody eat us. We're ready to come back. I mean, I think you saw that this week. And a conference play is just a little bit different. You got to take a little bit different stand and attitude when you get into conference play. One game's not going to win you a championship. One game's not going to lose you a championship. We told our team this morning, forget Liberty. We don't have to think about Liberty for 2 more months. Now, they got to think about us. We won the game, but we don't have to think about them. We got to go to that. We're thinking about Kennesaw State right now. We ain't got our mind on Jack State. We'll get our mind on Jack State come Friday. But right now, starting tomorrow and this morning with our team, all we talked about was Kennesaw State. This is what we got to do. And we got to take that right attitude into that game and into their facility. And, from what I understand, we're taking a great crowd with us down there. So
yep, think so.
That ain't going to, I know so. That ain't going to do anything but help us.
No doubt about that. Do you like this Thursday-Saturday setup? I mean, you play one Thursday, then you roll 48 hours and play another one?
Joe, I don't get into all that,
It is what it is, right?
I used to work with Kermit, Kermit, we didn't want to practice nowhere, but we've gone out and practiced on the asphalt at different places. Troy, Alabama, we've been on the asphalt before going through our shoot-around.
Right.
I don't care. People worry about the lights, worry about this. We want to play basketball. And, let's throw it up and play. And that's what we worry about. And that's what we teach our players. We don't, someone said up there at Princeton, well, the backdrop was not good. Well, the backdrop's no different than what we got at Middle Tennessee. So, we didn't even mention it to the players.
Looking forward to that. Kennesaw State on Thursday night. We're looking forward to that, the next in the contest here. Blue Raider fans, get ahead of the game with the best home services team in town for your heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, and home improvement needs. Lee Company is the team to call. 615-867-1000 or leecompany.com. We'll visit with a couple of the Lady Raiders coming up right after this.
When it comes to money, I'm a saver.
Me too. Though I can also be a bit of a spender.
Well, Ascend has got you both covered. With our interest-earning checking, you can
earn interest so I can save money for my beach trip?
Sure. And with our rewards checking, you can
get cash back for my purchases? Tap reward?
Yep. So no matter how you handle your money, Ascend Federal Credit Union has the right checking account for you. Interest-earning checking earns 3.56% annual percentage yield up to $15,000. Some restrictions apply.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Switching is easy. You do it all the time. You switch on the lights, you switch on TV channels, and you can switch and save with State Farm. Hello, I'm State Farm Agent Deb Insell, and I can switch you over so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to State Farm Neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just give me a call at 931-684-5274. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing. Update your information and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Plan ahead and plan for success. Put Lee Company on your team for all your facility and home maintenance needs. They are proud to be an official partner of the MTSU Blue Raiders and have serviced homes and businesses for 80 years. For the very best heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000. Visit them at leecompany.com or call 615-867-1000.
Smith dribbles to the top of the key and lets it fly, and it's...
Last 30.
Oh, but wait, he was fouled. They'll have another chance to win. Hey, you know what this reminds me of, Bub?
The game against State last year?
Nope, the bonus scratch instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. They give you 2 chances to win, one on the front of the ticket and one on the back.
Okay, that's random.
Play the bonus scratch instant games today for your chance at up to $500,000. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Coming up in 3, 2, 1.
And welcome back to the Boulevard Bar and Grill. We're talking Lady Raider basketball right now. The men are coming up in the next hour. I hope you're planning to join us, man. We've got a great crowd on hand, as always, and always glad to have you with us. Hey, Blue Raider fans, are you interested in bringing a group to a game this season, maybe a youth sports team, your church family, a group of colleagues, and no better way to enjoy a game in the Murphy Center than with a group of friends? Tickets are currently on sale at a special rate, $10 for groups of 20 or more, and that can include experiences like the High Five Tunnel or Bench Kids. To secure your block of seats, call the Group Sales Department at 615-904-8082. How about we welcome to the microphones Tamia Scott, Miyoshi Mason. How are you?
Doing good.
Everybody, I think, is dialed in. Let me see, make sure everybody's fired up here. How's it going?
It's going good. What about you, Mush?
Doing good.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Good to hear you. Okay. 2 really good games. And I think what was interesting, and I think what caught our eye early on, was defense. You guys were so locked in defensively right off the bat. Has that been a focus for recently?
It has. It's been a really big focus for us. We just want to put an emphasis on our principles, really, and getting what we want out of it instead of just doing it to do it. And that's definitely showed in these last 2 games.
When she's talking about principles, defense, it's making people go places they don't want to go. Is that right?
Yes, that's completely right.
That's the explanation?
And stopping them from where they want to go.
And it works pretty well. So you had Liberty come in. You had beaten them 3 times last year. You knew they were going to be kind of fired up for this opportunity. How did you guys approach that game? Obviously, from the get-go, you guys were ready to go.
Basically, like how you touched on with Coach, him just reminding us of we're 2-time, Conference USA reigning champions, so we need to start acting like it, and that doesn't mean arrogance and hey, we beat y'all 3 times, but it means playing like the team we were last year and getting back to that. And before these last 2 games, we kind of had a rough spot in ourselves that we had to kind of figure out, which came with just us connecting more as a team and just building more chemistry and making that visible on the court. So that was also an emphasis, not only our defense, and it worked out for us with them coming in. I don't know, and then we just kind of laid them down, and they didn't really have any fight back, so we just kept putting the pressure on them.
How does it feel when you're in a game like that and you can sense, okay, we've got our hand on their throat right now, and we can't let them up?
It was a lot easier when they actually said it. We're on the court, and one of the players are like, hey, we're just quitting, y'all. I heard them. So it felt good to know that we allowed that to happen. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? They said that?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't. We just kept putting the pressure on them.
You got somebody in your lap, Mush. Who is that?
Oh, this is Miss Famous Evie. You want to say hey, Evie?
Say hey.
Hey, there you go. That's good. She's a fixture here, isn't she? How does it feel for you? Let me ask you this first. They call you Mush. Where did that come from?
My cousin. He was too young to say.
Let me push that closer to you.
Okay. He was too young to say Miyoshi, so it just came out to be Mush. So then I just grew up with me. I've always been called Mush.
Okay. And so that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, fine. How does it feel for you? You're from Lebanon, not too far away, to play close to home. I mean, what does that mean for you?
That's great because my mom, my family, they're always here. Like, there's a quick drive to come here to support the team. So it's wonderful being close to home.
That's great. And for you, this has been a pretty interesting year, hasn't it?
It has, for sure.
Good, right?
Yeah, ups and downs, a lot of growth, uncomfortable growth, but that's what.
In what way? Tell me, what do you mean?
Just kind of having to lead more, honestly, instead of just kind of taking the back seat, because I'll just enjoy the ride if you let me. So I've just been pushed to kind of take front seat, and it's been uncomfortable, but it's grown me and my team both.
That's very interesting because, I mean, and we've been around people, and we understand leaders have that leadership capability. Some don't want it. It's kind of been thrust upon you, hasn't it?
Yes.
And you're like, I don't really like it, but okay.
Yeah, I don't want to say I don't like it, because the pressure is a privilege for sure, and I don't take that for granted, and I haven't been, and I've been trying to just embrace it more.
Yeah, that's great. Mush, from your standpoint, when you get ready for a game, you don't know when you're going to play, how much you're going to play or whatever, but you got to be ready all the time, right? And you've got to be prepared as much as anybody else, right? I mean, that's the way you approach the game, right?
Right, correct. So, like in practice and stuff, I always still try to get the same reps and work on the scout, even though, so when I'm ready to get in, I also went through it at least 1 or 2 times, so.
How tough is this team to play for?
Oh, it's really tough.
Why? I'm setting you up right here, okay? I'm not going to get you into trouble. I'm just saying. But I have been to practices. I have been through those things. It is amazing the technical things that you guys have to go through to prepare for a game.
All right. And if it was easy, I wouldn't want to be here. So, like, you want to be at a tough school. And playing for Coach Rick is very tough, but he wants you to be perfect. He wants you to make sure every little detail is correct. So practicing is kind of tough, but I love it because you got to make sure you're right on everything. So
what's the best thing that can happen in practice for you? What's the best thing?
A rebound.
Okay. What's the worst thing that can happen in practice?
The worst thing?
No rebound.
Yeah, no. Sorry. Yeah, no rebound.
It's interesting because, there is so much pressure on all of you. Get rebounds, do all those things. And they're little things. Okay, you run up and downs, whatever, that kind of thing. But this is a very focused, determined group, isn't it?
For sure, yes.
Have you been a part of a group like this before?
No, not really. High school, I was just enjoying the ride, honestly. I didn't really get pushed to do anything. I was good, and that was it. Nobody really pushed me to be great. So coming here, again, just uncomfortable because that push.
That's interesting. I hear you say that because I see that, and you kind of have that little, I'm kind of casual. I can just kind of cruise.
Don't say that word, please. Don't say casual. That gives me PTSD.
Oh, does it? I'm sorry. I apologize.
I hear it.
Forget I said.
So much.
You hear that from where?
My coaches.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. Today, yeah. A few times.
Because you're going to another level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's where this is right now, isn't it?
For sure, yeah.
When you started the game against Liberty, because you've had several games. I go back Iowa State. There were several games in the second half when the game was kind of, out of control, and you scored and did a lot of things. In the Liberty game, you took over from the get-go, from the start. That seemed to be the next step for you. That was the place that you needed to go, right?
Right, and I mean, playing confidence just gives me the energy that I need, and that's what, my team asks for me, my coaches ask for me, just more energy. Not just me, but my team as well. So, it started on defense, had some deflections, some steals.
Mm-hmm.
So that just kind of energized me on the offensive end, and it just kind of flowed from there.
What's the best thing for you? 3-point shot, slice to the basket, laying it up on the right side, or a big rebound, or a block?
That is so tough. I feel like my blocks give the team so much momentum.
I would agree. Yes, they do.
Well, me anyway. Hey, I don't know. But a really good rebound also does it too. That's just always something, because we put so much emphasis on it, just grabbing a big board. So one of those two.
Moshe, what about you? What's the biggest play for you?
A rebound.
A rebound?
Mm-hmm.
Going to get applause. Come on, let's go. There you go. You guys are doing a great job. Great to have you with us. Appreciate it very much. Good to see you too.
Say bye, Evie.
Say bye. There you go. We're back in a moment.
Thank you.
Though I can also be a bit of a spender.
Well, Ascend has got you both covered. With our interest-earning checking, you can
earn interest so I can save money for my beach trip?
Sure. And with our rewards checking, you can
get cash back for my purchases? Tap reward?
Yep. So no matter how you handle your money, Ascend Federal Credit Union has the right checking account for you. Interest-earning checking earns 3.56% annual percentage yield up to $15,000. Some restrictions apply.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic is proud to be the official medical group of MTSU Athletics. We all win big when we work as a team for better health. Just like MTSU's athletes and coaches, our healthcare professionals work tirelessly to make our community proud. At MMC, we really are true blue. MTSU is our hometown team, and your health is our mission. Visit mmclinic.com or call us at 615-893-4480.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Tennessee
Last 30.
Alliance takes great pride in supporting and treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes, providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, or muscles. TOA's team of orthopedic specialists can get you back in the game. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Injured? Visit one of our many ortho urgent cares, or to make an appointment, call 1-855-NEED-TOA or visit www.toa.com. TOA, the official team doctor for Blue Raider Athletics.
Coming up in 3, 2, 1.
And welcome back to the Boulevard Bar and Grill as we're talking Lady Raider basketball. Of course, the men are coming up in the next hour. Glad to have you with us. Great crowd on hand. As always, Joe Fisher along with Rick Insell, and you got all the crew with you, man.
Oh, yeah.
Got some questions from the audience, and appreciate that very much. One is, are you working on rebounding? I'm pretty sure the answer is yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You got me? Yeah. We work on rebounding every minute. Every possession that we take, we're concerned about where we're at when Jalen or Tamir, I don't care who shoots it, Cab, Munson, we want to make sure those posts are going in the right direction. And we got Nina and Tom, that's their responsibility. And, you know, if they're not there, I say something to them, not to the girls, but to them. It's up to them to get them in rebounding position.
Where's your favorite place to stay on the road?
Well, up until last year, there were several, but Chris changed us over. We used to stay at the airport at El Paso, and Chris said something about a hotel downtown. It's closer to the gym, and so we stayed there. Yeah, and we stayed there, and we liked it. It's kind of overlooking Juarez, and kind of gives you a little bit of history, you know.
Someone asks, explain the new recruits for next year. You got a good group, don't you?
Well, we do, and you know, again, if you go back to our staff, they're the ones that spend all the time out there pinpointing who could play. We recruit to our offense. We know who can play the 4, the 3, the 2, the 5, the 1, right on down the line, and we try to recruit a young lady that can play at least 2, sometimes 3 positions. So, you know, we've got a good group coming in, but we've got a good young nucleus right now that we're not giving up on. We still got some things we can do with those people. I think Jada Harrison has done a good job in the last 2 weeks coming on. She's not where we want her to be, but she's coming on. I think Savannah Davis is getting better every day. And, you know, they're going to have to play important parts down the road where we're at. And we've got 1 or 2 others in the background that's just creeping in there that if we get an opportunity to play them, then we'll hope to get some good out of that.
And I know you love Tamia and Mush that are both here
well,
tonight.
Well, Tamia's a winner. You know, you'd have thought we lost the game this morning. I come in, I saw Jalen Gregory shooting this morning. You know, when I come to work, I pass by the president's house and also the main office, and I see he's at work every morning before I get there. When I walked in this morning, you got Jalen Gregory shooting, you got Tom Hodges working on Kennesaw State, you got Nina Davis working on Kennesaw State, you got Kim running around taking care of everything, and you got Matt there that basically was on the phone recruiting and talking to some of our contacts across the country. So, and then I got Carrie there that's just cleaning up from Saturday and getting ready to go again for this week. So there's things that you got that our staff is doing constantly. So, but go back to Tamia. I said, why were you not in here this morning? I said, I saw some of the best guards in the country on TV Sunday. I watched ball all day Sunday. I feel like I got one of the best ones in the country. You hadn't arrived. There's still another level, Tamia, and it's up to me to get you there. You hadn't arrived. You need to get in the gym more. And, you know, most people would have probably had their feelings hurt. And she said, you're right. So she's got the sky's the limit for her. I think that she could. I really feel very fortunate to have her. I think she's one of the best players in the country. And Mush comes to work every day. Now, she makes a wrong mistake, has a mistake here and a mistake there, but who doesn't?
Right.
You know, I get told when I get up, by Deb that there's a few things I could have done better, but.
No, really?
Yeah, oh yeah, every day. But, every player, we coach them hard every single day. We got 15 young ladies, and all 15 of them, somewhere during that day, and more times than not, we're saying you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. When you check in, you got to know the offense. Go cut the man out on the rebound, rip through the rebound, push the ball, come down the outside lane, things like that. And, we expect them to do that when they get in a game. And if you don't get reps in practice, you're not going to get in a game. We're not going to give you reps in a game just to see if you can play. You earn your playing time in practice.
Sure was happy to see Jada Harrison play. I was really worried with the knee when she went down against FIU. It was so good to see her play against Liberty.
I think a lot of people was pulling for her because she's had that hard year with that foot. She's not 100% right yet, but I'm telling you, she's getting better every day, and I think she's getting more confidence in herself. I was talking to Greg Jones just not more than 15, 20 minutes ago, and he said that she walked into his office today, and she had an air of confidence about her. That's what I want. You got to have that air of confidence. And he said, you're feeling good about yourself. Said, I had a pretty good day. Well, if you'd been at practice and, a doc was there, and he'll tell you, you'd have probably thought Jada didn't have a good practice because she was having to take a lot of reps, but she got better.
That's what you're counting on.
We need her.
Yep.
We need her and Savannah both. Savannah went down with an ankle injury today. She'll be all right, but we'll have to take it slow on her right now.
Hey, Bud Light, proud sponsor of Middle Tennessee State University Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. We're back to wrap it up, talking women's basketball in just a moment.
All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards for safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Safe app from State Farm. Plus, with dynamic new features like interactive maps and driving tips, the pursuit of your discount is even easier. You can earn up to 30%. Just download the Drive Safe and Save app from State Farm and get started. Just call me, Agent Deb Insell, at 931-684-5274, and we'll help you sign up today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic is proud to be the official medical group of MTSU Athletics. We all win big when we work as a team for better health. Just like MTSU's athletes and coaches, our healthcare professionals work tirelessly to make our community proud. At MMC, we really are true blue. MTSU is our hometown team, and your health is our mission. Visit mmclinic.com or call us at 615-893-4480.
I'll play the music around 58:30. You'll have 30 seconds after that.
To be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
RJ Young is no longer just your office copier.
Last 30.
We are now helping you create the modern office. Our cutting-edge solutions cover security systems, business phones, managed IT, and AV technology for your organization. We've teamed up with world-class partners to save you more through building services, and our U.S.-based specialists are your personal coaches, making sure you always have the highest degree of personalization.
Coming up in 3, 2, 1.
And back for our final moments with Coach Rick Insell. What a tremendous crowd we got here at the Boulevard Bar and Grill. You need to come out and join us every Monday night.
Absolutely.
We love it. 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, we're talking basketball. We're talking women's basketball, 6 to 7. Nick Bedevitt's coming up here and going to talk from 7 to 8.
Jeff and Ashley don't miss a game. They're on the front row.
Yep, that's absolutely right.
They're the ones that put this thing on, and hey, we appreciate them.
Absolutely. Getting ready to go on the road. Always tough to go on the road.
We got a bunch of these guys that are going with us.
Absolutely.
Hey, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much.
We have good crowds that go on the road, don't we?
Yeah.
That's fun, isn't it?
Oh, that's what we're all about. That's what our program's all about. Our fan base is invested in our players are invested in our fan base. And, you know, they hurt, and when we hurt, and they celebrate when we celebrate.
Hopefully going to do a little celebrating this week. How about that?
That's what it's all about.
2 tough games, Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State, the road trips on Thursday and Saturday.
Very athletic team, very well coached, both of them. And, you know, we're already working on what's going on, and there's not a doubt in my mind that our staff will have us ready to go.
Looking forward to it. Hey, we really appreciate Tamia Scott being here.
Mush
being here. Enjoyed it. Great to have you with us. Great to have this great crowd on hand. And we're going to take a break, and we'll come back, and we'll talk men's basketball.
That's
Nick
right.
McDevitt will be here. We're looking forward to it. Thanks for being with us from the Boulevard Bar and Grill.